Good day, everyone. We are the Group 3 and our topic is all about the ultimate Frisbee. I am Alexis Cordero and I am the first reporter, and I will be discussing about history and the terminologies. History. The Frisbee was created by an American inventor, Walter Frederick Morrison, in 1948. Fred Morrison and his wife liked to play by throwing upside-down cake pans to each other on the beaches in California. Throwing cake or pie pans wasn't new, but Fred Morrison had the idea to make a plastic version. An investor named Warren Francione partnered with Morrison to get the idea off the ground. In 1955, Fred Morrison changed his sign and started selling discs as Pluto platters. His name stayed on the disc until 1964. In 1964, Ed Hendrick at WAMO started developing Frisbee sports. He changed the Frisbee designs to make a professional model for tournaments. The team sport Ultimate Frisbee started around 1965 and first became popular at high schools. Frisbee golf was created by Ed Hendrick around 1976. Many other disc sports have been created, which has increased the popularity of Frisbees. Terminologies. Contest. When a foul occurs between two players, the player that was wrong would call foul. Flip or disc. Like flipping a coin, the captains of each team flip a disc to determine who gets what side. Spirit of the game. Like the Bible has the 10 Commandments, Ultimate players have the spirit of the game. It is the foundation of Ultimate, and it is what separates Ultimate from many other sports. Stall. A player only has 10 seconds to throw the disc, but only if an opposing player is within 10 feet of them and stalling them. Strip. A type of foul. When the disc is flying through the air, it is nobody's. It is not until a player catches the disc and fully stops rotation that the disc is considered theirs. After a player stops rotation and it is taken or knocked from their hand by an opposing player, a strip can be called. A tie always goes to the offense. Swing. In other words, throw it to somebody on the opposite sideline. This usually happens when both teams starts clustering on one side of the field when the entire other side is taken. Travel. It is a type of foul. When holding the disc, you cannot move. You're allowed to slow down to a stop if caught while running. Turn or turnover. A turn is a result of a drop or defended pass, a stall out, an uncontested foul, or an out of bounds. Up. A defensive or offensive player will call up when the disc has been thrown to let the entire team know a throw was made. That's all.
So guys, good morning. I am Roy Venegas and I will report the scoring and fouls of the Frisbee. So, first, in the scoring. Each time that the offense completes a pass into the defensive zone, and the offense scores a point. Next is the first team to 17 goal wins with a time cap of 100 minutes, but it's often adapted to beginner levels of sports. So guys, as we all know, yung Frisbee can be played with individually and by group. Next is a point can be made by making catch in the opponent end zone. 2 feet must be landed in the bounds of the point to count. So guys, kailangan ang feet ng dun sa defense, pag hindi nila na-catch, is kailangan makaskat sila sa bound to score. Next, if a player jumps to make a catch, then lands in 1 foot, in 1 foot out they are striding in the line of, and the point will not count. So guys, pag yung yung kalaban, which is a catch sila, within there, straddling sila in the line, so guys, yung point is hindi ma-count. Next, when or if a struggle happens between an end of zone and a playing field with the player still in possession, but will have to take a step out of zone to resume play. Next, after every point of the team which scored, will have to walk in the zone to wait for the next pull. Both teams reach besides every point. Next, the time points is 90 seconds long. So, next is how will be determined the winner of the Frisbee. Next is winning by point cap. In ultimate, you must reach the time total of the 2 points ahead of the opponent's win. Next, there is a chance both teams that will be matched and leader teams will be go and get some points. Next, this is where the point comes in. No matter what, this first team scores a 17-point win. So, doon sa kung sino yung una na maka 17 points, yun yung mananalo. Next, so say it can be really long game. You're winning 12-11, exactly 60 minutes have gone by. Soft cap kicks your gear. This meant to all through the game is supposed to have 15 points. It is now win by 2, meaning the score is 13-11 or 14-12. Can win the game. So, doon sa 15 points, kung sino yung naka 13-11 or 14-12, so they can win the game. Next is when hard cap is called at the 70-minute mark. The team with the most points wins. There is no win by 2 rule anymore. So, doon sa laro, kung sino yung may pinakamaraming points na nakuha, siya yung mananalo. In this case, your team would win 12-11. By chance, both teams with the tied hard cap is reached in the team score in the next point wins. So, let's go to the fouls of the ultimate Frisbee. Fouls are the result of the physical contact between opposite players. The offending player caused the foul. So, same na din sa ibang sports, kung sino yung player na naka-physical contact o nakapanakita ibang player is matatawagan ng foul. Next, if the thrower is fouled in the act throwing in the pass of the completed, the foul will automatically decline and play continues without interruption. So, if yung thrower doon ng Frisbee is na foul ng ibang player, and then the play will continue. Next, if the marker is fouled in the act of throwing, the pass is not completed. Play continues without interruption. So, same pa rin sa thrower. Kung na-foul, will continue the play. Next, violations consist of traveling with the disc, attempting to strip of the disc, or double-teaming the opponent. Fouls and violators result in change of possession. So, kung sino yung naka-foul sa mga player, kaya yung offender is na foul na yung tao sa kalaban, ibig sabihin siya yung mapapatawan ng so ang possession is mapupunta sa kalaban nilang team. Next is if a team delays during the game, a violation will be called and the opposing team will receive the disc of the spot of violation. If offensive player is fouled in the end zone during an attack, the disc will be drawn out the 5-yard line and play will resume. So, that's all for my report. Thank you.
Substitutions. Substitutions can be made after a goal or prior to the ensuing throw-off, before the beginning of a period, or to replace an injured player. An ejected player may not be replaced. How to start and end. Laws in Ultimate Frisbee. The game Ultimate Frisbee is a no-contact sport. Contact will not be tolerated. Ultimate stresses sportsmanship and fair play. Competitive play is encouraged, but never at the expense of respect between players, adherence to the rules, and the basic joy of the play. The game will be played to 10 for men and 8 for women, with a 15-minute time limit. There will be a 3-minute halftime when one team reaches 5 for men and 4 for women. Each team will receive 2 1-minute timeouts per game. Ending. Rule interpretations and player eligibility are the only protests that will be considered. Rule protests must be completed at the same time a question occurs and will be settled at that time by the supervisor. No contests or portions thereof will be replayed due to the improper rules enforcements. If you have a question, ask it. The supervisor's judgment is not protestable. Starting. A coin toss will start the game, and the winner will have the choice of receiving the initial throw-off or selecting which goal they wish to defend initially. When time is up, if overtime periods are needed, the coin toss is repeated for the first overtime period. Each subsequent overtime period begins with an automatic reversal of the first choice of options. Play starts at the beginning of each period of play and after each goal will throw off. Each time a goal is scored, the team switch the direction of their attack and the team which scores throw off.
Here are the values of Ultimate Frisbee. Number 1. Create an environment in which the game of Ultimate can be played at a competitive level. Because as a sport, this requires competitiveness and sportsmanship at the same time. Number 2. Create an environment in which we play within the spirit of the game. This reinforces the mutual respect and trust between the opposing teams. Number 3. Create an environment in which the players can grow not only as ultimate players but also as people. This allows them to develop and learn from their experiences. And lastly, number 4, create an environment in which the player can have fun, play the game they love, and make friends. This allows the player to not get pressured because they are having fun while playing the game they love and making friends.